He said in his word, he's going to come as unexpectedly as a thief. We don't know when somebody gonna rob us. When a thief comes, they don't text you and say, hey, I'm finna come rob your house. They just pop up. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, like being like trying to transition from being like worldly to just being like a wholehearted, full committed, full on child of God. Like it's difficult. When you decide to make a committed decision to walk with Christ, God is not asking for perfection. So let's go ahead and kill that myth right now. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. That people think you got to be perfect. You just got to be willing. You got to be willing. You got to be willing to walk in the light of God and allow God to shape and mold you into who he wants you to be. So God revealed to me today that he isn't being slow about his promise as some people may think. He's being patient for our sake. So God is like, I'm doing you a favor. Like, I could have came back last night. In his word, it says he doesn't want anyone to be destroyed, but he wants everyone to repent. Christ's second coming will be sudden and terrible for those who do not believe in him. But if we are morally clean, if we are spiritually alert, it won't come as a surprise. There comes a point in our lives where we simply just have to stop making excuses. We have to stop putting stuff off and just handle our business. Y'all, excuses, procrastination, laziness is played out. Honestly, we take God's second coming lightly. Like, oh, girl, okay, he coming back, okay. But it's like, we have to start taking that more seriously because he said in his word, he's going to come as unexpectedly as a thief. We don't know when somebody gonna rob us. When a thief comes, they don't text you and say, hey, I'm finna come rob your house. They just pop up. And you have to ask yourself, how do I want to be when Christ comes? What you doing? I can't see it. I can't see it. He know what he doing. He will give you the endurance to finish the race. Listen, the one who endures to the end, that's who gonna win. The minute we think we have endured the worst, there is always someone out there who has gone through just the same or worse. And I know you're probably like, okay, well, what they got to do with me? Well, listen, reminding ourselves of this isn't meant to minimize our battle. So it's not to downplay what you've been through. It's not to downplay what you're going through, but it's to remind you that you can keep going. And you can know that there's others out there that have made it as well. And y'all, after every spiritual encounter, the devil will always try you. He gonna try to come up against you and be like, it was all a lie. Don't believe it. He's gonna try to blind you and distract you with all this worldly stuff. If y'all haven't noticed, the world is getting worse. Let's keep it a buck. Nowadays, like, people think toxic is healthy when it's the opposite. People think toxic is cute. You know, it's like we marvel at toxicity now. We marvel at being a thought. And let's be real. We marvel at scamming and just, it's like, and I'm not judging anybody, but I'm using this to show you that that's not where the power at. And it's no weight in that. Like, it's pointless. It's of Satan. Let's keep it a buck. It's of Satan. It's not like God at all. When the enemy comes up against you with that foolishness, you got to remind him of who God says that you are. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Listen, James 4:7 says, humble yourself before God. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. If you, after hearing this message, you like, I really want to turn my life around. Like, I really want to just step into the newness of what God has for me. I want to start living in overflow. I want to start living in abundance. I want to start walking in healing. I want to start walking in wholeness. I want to start walking in forgiveness. I want to start walking in grace. I want to start walking in favor. I want to start walking in mercy. I want to start walking in just the supernatural. Like, I just want to start walking in the presence of God. If you want that, pray this prayer with me.